Hi, everybody. My name is Myra. I work for the Ventura Regional Fire Safe Council, and today I'm going to teach you how to check your Home Wildfire Assessment report. So if you signed up for our Home Wildfire Assessments, you had one of our wildfire safety liaisons or representatives come out to your house. You made an appointment on our website, and we came out to your house and walked you around the perimeter of your home and property and gave you recommendations on how to lower your wildfire risk. And so once we have finished doing that assessment, you typically gave you either an email or a business card that had a code on it to be able to check your report online. And so today I'm going to show you how to access that report. So let's get started. This might be a little bit of review for you, but if you go to our website, which is venturafiresafe.org, you will see this home screen. You are just going to go to this home page and click on Wildfire Resiliency Programs and Home Wildfire Assessments, and it will take you to our assessment page where you first signed up for this program. So you can go to schedule a home wildfire assessment. And if you got, like I said, those business cards that had the code on it, the website that was listed would send you directly to this page, so you didn't have to deal with the home page or anything like that. But if you wanted to get to that same page where you enter in the code and give you the report, you could still access it through our homepage by clicking on the Home Wildfire Resiliency Programs and clicking on Home Wildfire Assessments. That will take you to that previous page. Click on Schedule, and you'll be directed here. So where you first made the appointment is on the left side, and then on the right side it says, already have an access code. If you've already gotten our assessment, that means you've received an access code from one of our representatives, and you can go ahead and just type that in here, and I will pull up a property. And type in the access code that was given at the time of either the assessment or the email that you got right after. So it'll bring you to this page, and this is you're just going to have to click enter once more. This is the report website that we use. Then it's going to ask you for some quick information. I'm just going to type in my own information here. And let's say here. Okay. You get to this report summary, and it shows you the address of your home, and it gives you a menu up at the top to always let you know which page you're on. So right now we're on the report summary, and the first thing that you see is how many potential defensible space improvements you can make and how many potential home hardening improvements you can make. So now if we scroll down, it'll give you an assessment of wildfire risk based off of the location and topography. It looks like this house is not at a super high risk. But again, we know that embers can travel a lot further than previously thought. So we're still going to want to do what we can to lower our risk, because at present, the home hardening risk is at a very high risk. And the defensible space, it looks like, is still moderately, definitely needs attention. Okay, so we can scroll down a little bit, and it basically gives you a map of the property, and it'll give you all of the different little discoveries that we made during the assessment. And if you wanted to take a look at the satellite view, you can do that as well. If you scroll up a little bit, it gives you some educational material when you click on Zones Map. And it shows you what we were basing these little discoveries off of, right? So Zone 0 is that 0 to 5 foot perimeter around your home. Zone 1 is 5 feet out to 30 feet around the structure itself. And then Zone 2 is 30 to 100 foot outside of the structure. Of course, if you have neighbors within these areas, then your responsibility only goes up to the property line. But if you have open space, then you are also responsible for up to 100 foot outside of your structure. Now, gives you some educational material. Down here, information about each zone. Go back up and you can go back to your little map here and take a look. And then it just gives you a thank you, Ventura County, for helping us all keep our community safer by taking a look at these discoveries. And so the next page will give you the defensible space improvements. So here we are on the second section of the menu up at the top. And once again, it'll give you the map and the satellite view of where we found these defensible space potential improvements. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 discoveries, and so it'll list them out for you. So the first one was that we found combustibles in Zone 0, and those are vulnerable to embers. So if you scroll down, it gives you some information about why this is so important, and it gives you a couple of pictures. If we took pictures about what it is that we found that was combustible, and it also gives you a map of where on the property we found that discovery. And so you go ahead and scroll down. So number 2, it says remove tree limbs overhanging structure. Looks like we found 3 of these. So those were the other 3, looks like, discoveries for the property. So again, gives you a little bit more information about tree limbs. We want to remove live limbs, remove all dead limbs, and remove live limbs that are within 10 to 15 feet of the roof, siding, and decks. So if we scroll down, again, shows you those pictures. Looks like they took a sideways view of that. There's the little roof line right here and where this tree is overhanging. And then they marked up, it looks like, this photo to kind of show you like how far away they want the limbs to be trimmed back to give more space between the roof line and the tree. Let's go ahead and continue. So the third section, now here we're at home hardening improvements. And if you take a look, it gives you more information. It gives you where they found the vulnerable features. There was quite a lot in here. And resilient features. Don't be overwhelmed by the things that we find. Just take it a step at a time. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue to the next point. It says install weather stripping on garage doors. Gives you some information about why having rubberized weather stripping is important for wildfire. And it explains that there shouldn't be any gaps greater than an eighth of an inch on each side of the doorways for weather stripping or for protection against embers on garage doors. So they did have a picture, although a little bit farther away, but at least they included some pictures, and it looks like, there's some major gaps happening on the sides of the garage door. It's a pretty old garage, so looks like there's a couple other issues happening there, but they're doing it as best as they could, so making those recommendations for at least sealing off embers from getting into the garage there. So let's go ahead and move on. Number 4 says combustible fences and or gates are attached to the structure were observed. So most likely a wooden fence. And let's scroll down. Yep. And so it looks like here's the side of the structure, and then this wooden fence is attached to it. So really recommending they replace that with a non-combustible if possible. It looks like another example here, maybe an open doorway, maybe that one, latch is open, close that. And again, you can kind of go through the rest of this report. We're not going to go through every single item. Scroll down a little bit more, click continue. And now we're at this fourth section of this menu out here, and let's take a look. Okay, so we've done this defensible space, we've seen the home hardening, and now it breaks everything down for you in a checklist. So you scroll down and it first starts with defensible space improvements, home hardening recommendations, and then it gives you the option to download your report and print it if you'd like, save it. But what's really cool about this is that if you are able to sign back in, then you have the ability to submit resolutions for each one of these checklist items. What I like about this is that it's an interactive report, right? So if you went back and let's say it said combustibles in zone 0, and if we took a look at that, at the pictures that were there, it looks like there had been some wooden chairs that were up against the wall. And so if, let's say, those resolutions are taken care of, then they can go in here, hit submit resolution. They can comment on it if they'd like, but they can attach a new image if they want to. I'm going to cancel that. And they can submit their evidence, tell us how many hours it costs them and how much it costs them to do that resolution. This is optional. They don't have to actually do that. But let's say you were part of our Firewise USA program, having those entered in actually does help us. So let's go ahead and click cancel here. And so, yeah, for each one of these resolutions or each one of these items, you can submit a resolution for that. And then if you were to go back to your report summary, hopefully once those resolutions are submitted, and let's say you were at high risk here for home hardening, but you did every single thing on that list, this little item, this little ticker here is going to actually move all the way back, hopefully, to the low risk if you've done every single item on that list. It's not a guarantee, but that's the goal, right? So that's what we're hoping for. Come back over to the checklist, scroll down. Again, you can download the report, you can print the report, you can print the checklist, just the checklist, but again, you can save that to your computer however you'd like. Continue. So the last page on our Fireside report basically gives you additional resources for wildfire safety. So it gives you some information about our tipping program, our resident grant program, some fuels reductions that we're doing throughout the county, and more information about our Firewise community. We are always looking to assist people with starting up Firewise communities throughout Ventura County, and information about evacuations and notification systems like Ready Ventura County or VC Alert. And that is the end of the report. Hopefully you liked this quick tutorial on just getting through your report. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we will be posting more videos to get through our programs, to understand our programs more, and to be more active and be a better participant in Ventura County for wildfire safety. So thank you guys, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to you soon.